Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and today I welcome you to the final last 3 battles of me, getting the third gun mark on this beauty, on the EBR 105 tier 10 wheeled vehicle. And by God guys, I can tell you it was impressive, to say the least. It was quite the achievement for me, hence why I started doing this. And by the way, the microphone quality is bad because Shadowplay took the wrong microphone. As you might have heard, definitely I was happy. And if the clip would have gone any longer, you would have heard my mom, but I didn't want to say that. She was not really happy that it was this loud. But today we're going to have a look at the 3 games we had to play to finally get the third gun mark. And the first map is this map right here, Highway. We are playing in platoon with Timmy and Mark from Oda Mortis. Look at that. First shot, first hit, 1000 spot damage because of all the splash damage. Yes guys, I'm a noob. I'm not skillful LTU. Shout out to this awesome legend in the World of Tanks community. I had to platoon, to be honest, to get this gun mark. I'm pretty sure I had to, because otherwise the RD helped me so freaking much. But now you might ask yourself, but Raging, why did you drove here and didn't drove over here? Well, Highway is actually a pretty decent but weird scouting map. The other side, I totally agree with you. Go over here, try to spot this, try to spot this. But from our side, it's much better, from my point of view, to focus this side. Because when you tell your RDs, yo, clickers, yo, piggies, shoot there. There will be heavy spotted. Heavy's easy target. And obviously you all want to do fappy damage. It might work pretty well, but here, right now, we get a problem. The T10 YOLOs us. And because I was a little bit on edge, because at this point I was at 94? No, wait. No, I was at 94.00%. Or something like this, 94.2%. So panicked, was like, rip me, T10 is YOLOing upwards, he's going to shoot me, I'm going to lose 440 HP on average. So I decided to use the enhanced auto aim and just shoot and de-track him. And in hindsight, I might have gotten 440 hit points less damage, but I received 1300 spot damage on D-tracks. And I'm going to talk about this in another video where I want to explain how free marking works, or rather how the mechanics behind there are, or the math behind it, with a really good post by Disciple, I think 13's Disciple. Anyway, it was bad, because you can get either spot damage or D-track damage. They are not cumulative. Only the higher will count, meaning that right now, for my gun mark, I don't have 2900 spot damage, I have 1900 or 1600, because the 1300 spot damage I got through D-tracking didn't count it. And obviously, lucky me, the Badger does not miss a single shot, because it's a sniper jet. Fuck those tanks. Here, however, I got really lucky, because I once again D-tracked the T100 light tank, leading to another juicy 1000 spot damage. But then again, this doesn't really count. We are now at 4.5k spot damage, but again, it doesn't really count because 2300 are purely D-track damage, and we did more spotting damage than D-track damage. This is a little bit of a problem, obviously, and inflates this number down here to something we can't really look forward to. But the good thing is, with our move over here, because you can see there are no more enemy mediums anywhere, and the heavies, well, they're mostly in the city right now, we can drive towards their base and spot the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. That worked out splendid. We even spotted another Sky Piggy, and now we are diving back down into the ravine, I think you could call it. because we do not want to get shot at by artillery, because, well, trust me guys, artillery is actually your worst, or one of your worst enemies in the EBR 105. They are also this guy. I don't know what happened there. We both basically just brain farted ridiculously. Just for him, it was game over, while for me, I was still luckily alive. And another 1100 spot damage got added to our tally. We have now HE loaded for some reason, probably artillery reason. And here's a bad shot. We tried to make a shot and he once again hits a snapshot. Well done, your luck definitely helped you out, but better luck next time for us, because the enemy artillery finally hit his shot and we are done for. We are at 7,300 spot damage. This sadly doesn't really help us because, as already told, sorry for that, this spot damage is useless or is inflated, because again we have around 2,300 spot damage purely through D-Track, and we did more normal spot damage, meaning we have right now maybe around 5,000, I think it is 5,000 combined damage, which is more or less good, but it could have been slightly better, obviously. Just give me... Well, I'm going to make this game a little bit faster for you because there's nothing else to say about it. Yeah, we got now from 94% to 94.04%. This was the last game I had to stream, or was able to stream, before we had Clan Wars, and I usually don't stream via Clan Wars, so I have the exact values. So I also know at which value we are going to start the next game, or the next game. But the next game and the last game you will see today, I didn't have the accurate stats for, so I am sorry for that. It was a little bit... I just wanted to play 2 or 3 games in between, and luckily enough, they were enough for us to finally get what we all wished for. Now, just gonna search for the ones I wanna see, if it's this one. While we still wait for this game to finally be over, again, there's not much else to say for this game, except for, yeah, it was okay. It was more or less okay. And because I played now so many games EBR, I really want to also have a guide for or against wheeled vehicles, because all of those tanks usually can have pretty damning weak spots. Or not weak spots, but weak plays against. This was the game, the highway game. We got 7,538 spot damage and we dealt 340 damage ourselves, which again is an inflated number. We only got like 5,000 combined damage, because 2,300 damage was pure D-Track damage. You could see we were we were really low, but experience were pretty high. I think we were the second highest, with Mark being the highest. Well, he got 3.7k damage as our team. Legit, right? 5 shots, 3 hits, 1 pen, not much to say about it. We drove 3.8 kilometers, and yeah. Again, we got a little bit unlucky, but now to the next game. Obviously, as you can see, the next map had to be Greenberg. Yip yip, hooray. Jokes on you though, Greenberg actually is a lot better than you might think. Like, it can work really darn well in compared to something like Himmelsdorf. Himmelsdorf is a map which is really yucky to work as, and you most of the time have to do only, well, spot damage or damage yourself. No, you can't really do spot damage, or hardly can do spot damage. It worked out in one last game we had, but it's really darn hard, and you have to talk with your teammates. Now I'm just asking, there we go. Greenberg is like, when we just quickly look at the map, making maxi map right here, if you want to spot on this map, you have to have at least one flank. That's a fact. You have to have either this one right here, which you can see we certainly do not have. There are way too many enemies compared to our dwindling numbers of allies. And the other one is you have to have this city map spot. Either this one or this one. If you have one of each, you can spot from here, down here, to spot for your people. Or you can spot from here, over here, and let those do the magic. And also another raptor, but he is not the real one. I am the real one, obviously. So, The problem, however, is in this game the enemy has 2 EBR 105s, which are in platoon, plus a Sheridan. And getting into the much needed position over here in the bushes is pretty hard when there are so many high spot range people which can easily spot you through bushes. Anyhow, we did a shot in the side of the EBR, sadly didn't work out, we hit his wheels and the HE shell just exploded, doing 148 damage. We are trying to see if we can maybe here or there sneak a shot out, because whatever damage we do, it will always help. Here's Super Conqueror showing us his side of the turret, and we actually penetrated it. It was a low roll for 424, I don't mind, but what is happening? Why is he doing this? Yeah. He basically just YOLOs out to give me one shot, as does the 260. But unfortunate for the EBR, he doesn't have the burning directive, and he burns down. The 260 also did a nice little snapshot on me for another high roll, and we are in one-shot territory right here. We have to do dodge and weave, and trust me, dodge and weave is like so hard sometimes, because yes, it is also hard for you to aim at, but I think it is harder to do the dodge and weaving than it is to actually hit those tanks, because you just need to wait for the EBR. Like, for example, if the 260 behind here still spots me, or still has me spotted and wants to shoot at me, he just needs to basically wait for me to look his way with my hull, which right now I'm not doing, obviously. Right now I would just drive like this and he probably wouldn't hit. I did a really bad shot right there, but we got not spotted because it was already out of render or out of view range. Again, if you want to reliably hit an EBR and they're doing the dodge and weave, the little weasel hunt or little rabbit thingy, and they're doing this S motion towards you or away from you, I would say just maybe wait 2 things by him, 2 dodges, before you know roughly when he is going to be how should I say, straight to you, like in one line. Because then you don't have to aim forward or left or right, you just have to aim precisely at him or where he will be, and you can, bam, hit him in the back. That's like my strat or my tip right now for shooting at EBRs. But then again, I'm going to make a more in-depth guide about how to play as a light tank or against wheeled vehicles or the wheelie boys, and I'm obviously also going to talk about what to do when you are the wheelie boy. Sadly enough, we didn't got that spot damage because, yeah, for reasons. And now it will be interesting. It's not looking good. We got a nice little chunk of spot damage right here. Sadly, he didn't penetrate it, and even more annoying, he didn't detrack him. Meaning the 260 is just going haywire towards us. So we decide to book it. We have to run right now. His snapshot misses, luckily, because again we only have right now 3,100 combined damage. That's no bueno. We need to have 5,000 to not fall, because in the end we need a 5,100 average combined damage to get the 3rd gun mark, which again is a huge thing to do. Enemy EBR over there. I tried to lead the shot, but well, I misjudged the little hill. We got a little bit more spotting damage, 3.3k right now, but Teamy, I'm sorry, but you bite the dust. And right now we are in trouble. Like, this game is, I'm pretty confident in saying that this game is unwinnable. Well, it could be still winnable, but the enemy still has very skilled players, so it will be ridiculous hard. I decide to right now try to see if I can spot in the Leopard 1, and lucky for us, yes, he was there, and we just had to snap up and get the shot on Panzerdivision Tor number 5. So we are trying to equalize what we are missing, or what we can do. At least you can see we are 700 HP back, but 3 kills down. In a clan wars scenario, this could still be really winnable, but right now we lost a huge chunk on HP, and I hit, luckily, the EBR, giving us 417 additional damage onto him, and we are at 3,900 damage. And again, we need 5k to not fall, 3,900 combined damage. We do a shot into the side of the Sheridan. We have only heats left. I really pack a little amount of APCR for trying to free mark this tank. We got really lucky there as the Leopard 1 completely hits our gun, and now, oh, EBR from behind it looks like, and my map awareness was almost not on point. The snapshot was lucky enough. We hit him, we got a kill, 4,782, come on, 300 more. 300 more. Centurion not reloaded yet. Wait. And we both flunk our shots, and the enemy EBR hits his snapshot, and yeah. Basically, in this game, we are losing Gunmark. We went down from, let me have a look at that. We went down from 94.04% down to 93.98%. It's not a lot, but still, it's a lose. Meaning that the next game has to be even better for us to actually win and actually push out the damage and maybe get the third Gunmark. Who knows? Well, you know, if you are smart, you will know, because herpaderp, that the video is roughly that long, so it's probably only one more game left. And this game had it all, at least in my point of view. And it was a good game. However, now we're going to look at what we have here. Defeat, sadly, again, 4.9k we got, or 4.7 I think, combined damage. 4.8 roughly. We lost a tiny touch of Gunmark. We did a decent amount of damage for a city map, but again, the problem was we lost both sides mostly. So we couldn't really spot in the beginning. And I think I played a little bit too passive for our teammates to be able to shoot into the middle. But then again, I was really scared of the hull down tanks, which could easily spot me with 400 plus view range on so short positions. So yeah, 11 shots, 9 hits, 5 pens. We, yeah, not much else to say for that game. So let's move on to the final third marking game we had to do to actually get the third gun mark. So this is it. This is the map, Live Oaks. Actually, one of the better scouting maps depending how your team is faring with TDs and artillery. You can easily watch at Skillfred. He also did amazing games on this map, and I think there are also other amazing games on this map on Watch Replays. But this is the map. This is the map where we actually got the third gun mark, and it was the best game I had in this tank, at least spot damage wise. But definitely some things were lacking. Like I didn't got an ace tanker for that game. So the first thing we can do, we got the good side. Why do I say this is the good side? At least it is in my personal opinion the good side. You can spot pretty early the enemy heavies crossing. Second, when we are from the red side, we would in theory have to drive very aggressive over here to spot the enemy TDs, which you can see right there. And they have an easy shot on you because you are driving towards them, not away from them, and most likely head on, meaning they don't have to lead left and right. So it's a pretty hard thing to do to spot from the red enemy's side right now. So we are in luck. Hence why I drive very aggressively, only get one artillery, which could be a problem. And we got a decent chunk of TDs over here. Hence why I also pinged in the beginning. Again, right now we are at 93.98%. Meaning, yes, we have to do more than 1% in this game. It starts already decent. We spot 60 TP and T57 heavy, and for some reason, just now the EBR gets spotted. We got a nice little snapshot in the beginning. And one thing I also just learned, oops, yes, he shoots HE. Is it bad? Obviously not. The HE is great. Just what I personally noticed is shooting against enemy EBR's HE while on the move is pretty darn unreliable. You could see in the Greenberg game, we shot into the side of the enemy EBR, we did 148 damage. Obviously you can roll 500. And the other major problem is the HE is slower than the APCR. Ooh, who would have guessed, right? But the problem is, in those encounters, most of the time you drive more or less sideways, meaning your auto aim is lacking behind. It's not aiming central, but it's slightly behind, and the HE flies slower, so the other EBR is already gone. So hence why in most encounters against enemy EBRs, I decided to not shoot HE, or hash in that case, and shoot APCR. You can see once again we got a nice hit into him without receiving any lot of damage right there. He misses a shot. I am waiting to just get the perfect shot into the side, and that's the enemy scout dealt with. 956 damage already, 2641 spot damage. We are at 3.6k combined, and oh my gosh, that's an FV. And he spotted us. We got lucky that we immediately went back into cover. And this is also something you can, in 95% of the cases, you cannot rely on your sixth ends working. Or rather not working, rather rely on, because those 3 seconds are valuable seconds which might cost your life. I was also kind of scared. Sokol over here from Nomi, which is a great player and is playing one of the strongest tier 10 tanks at the moment in the game, or maybe even the strongest one, the T95 FV 4201 Chieftain. He decides to play aggressive, which is a brilliant move by him, because it's only one RD, enemy scout is dealt with. They did not went into the city, and over here he can play hull down, over there he can play hull down. And after the game he even said, like, I told him, dude, I was scared you're going to steal my spot damage. He was like, dude, I had to drive forward, I want to do damage on the type 5 heavy. He was such a great target for me. So at this point of view, or at this point in time, I was really scared to lose a lot of spot damage because I had to share it with Chieftain. You can see he's already over here. Again, it's a great move by him. You can't say anything from because of that. So what is Raging doing? He decides to drive aggressive forward to try and steal the spot damage right back at us. And FV we get spotted, 268 gets spotted, both fleeing, and hey, 403 spot damage. I'll take it. I'll take anything. 4,000 combined, and that's a Foch 155. I don't think I spotted him because he wasn't spotted before, but it looks like me and the Chieftain at the same time spotted him. But lucky for us, we are spotting somehow the E100, it looks like. Or at least we don't share, because he didn't got just 400 or 800 splash hit from our RT, I think. It's going decent so far. We still have all of our hit points, but right now, once again, guys, we have a problem. Like, what should we do? We are right now here a little bit in a pickle. The Chieftain spots this guy. The Chieftain spots this guy, and occasionally the E100. So most likely we are going to have to share our spot damage when Mark is shooting at him. By the way, you noticed Timmy said he has to take a break, which was understandable. So my point right now is to drive over here. Why? We have chances to spot the enemy Foch 155, and we still have TDs over here. Plus we have Mark in his artillery, which is gladly going to fab at enemies which I'm spotting because he's a good guy. And we will be able to reliably spot the E100, maybe even 268s, and maybe even the FV. Hence, again, why the move I'm going to do is drive down here and into this ditch over there. It is a little bit risky because if the Foch 155 is fed up with us, he can easily YOLO us, and it could end in disaster. You can see we spot him, we do a little bit of a scout run, and look at that, that's a clicker piggy. I try to get a shot off, I miss, but we got 1,152. Oh my god. Lucky, Lady Luck, it's called, is on our side. T57 heavy misses all his shots except for one which hit us, but we tried to spot the Foch 155 again, and now we have to watch out. The E100, at least it looks like, turned around, as does the 60TP doing some weird moves, and the T57 heavy is in our back. Nevertheless, a TVP drowned? Why, dude? This is spot damage I need, or at least damage I can do. At least, the great thing is, we are gaining gun mark percentage at this point. We have 5.6k combined damage, awesome sauce. And T57 heavy is doing his best to get me out of here. Now I was thinking, how can I work around? Oh, that's a TVP. He can shoot at us. Uh-oh. I make a snapshot. Sadly, it misses completely. And we have to watch out for him. He has APCR as standard. He can easily snipe us on those 500 meters roughly. So I saw the Foch 155 is low. The 60TP died, and they are pushing the E100, meaning I have to drive once more aggressive to get spot damage. We not only have the Nomi guy, we also have Grips from 90D, which is a great player, which also wants to do his fair share, obviously. So we drive forward, we drive aggressive, spotted the Foch 155, he doesn't look at us, sorry dude, gold noob here, I finished him off with that one, and now I'm really scared. Not only we got another bounce by the TVP, which, again, Lady Luck is on our side. We spotted the object 268 right there, and I'm scared. Where is the FV? Is he in the bushes? Is he going to kill me? What's about the T-57 Heavy? So I am dodging and weaving once again, and now I was pretty confident the FV is not there anymore. We spot once again the artillery, and we keep the object 268 spotted. It has to stay spotted for our team. I'm playing pretty aggressively, you can see. And a nice little heat shot into his side. Boom, shakalaka, my friends. Boom, shakalaka. We are right now pretty darn confident, if I so say. So myself, great job. 8,296 combined damage. The problem is, however, it's still not enough. We need 11.5k combined. So we are still 3. Are we free? Yeah, 3.3 are we short. Damn it! At least there's a T-57 Heavy, a TVP, RT Piggy, and an FV, or 2 FVs, still alive. So let's see how it goes. Because we are reloading HE, because T-57 butts are easy to pen. FV turrets, easy to pen. And artillery should be easy to pen. The problem, however, is if we can high roll him or not. 500 alpha, yes, baby boy, our HE finally does the trick and high rolls the enemy Conqueror gun carrier, giving us the kill and 8.8k combined damage. Now, let's see where we are going next. We know, like, at this point of time, I was pretty confident the enemy or the second FV is over here somewhere, or maybe in a ditch. The T-57 is spotted here, the other FV is spotted here, so it is a no-brainer for me to just drive forward and try to spot them. Obviously I got spotted with that cross, or I was still spotted, I think. Still HE loaded, I'm driving a little bit more aggressive to keep him spotted, and oh my god, that's a proxy spotted T-57 Heavy. Nevertheless, holy shit, 1,850 spot damage. We are now at 10k combined. If we get everything from that T-57 Heavy, we got it, guys. This is the lead. This is it. And we had to share it. My fear from the beginning, the Nomi guy is stealing parts of our spot damage. And here right now I'm doing a very stupid move. I am confident the FV is down there. Like, I was so confident he is down there. And I didn't win for the T-57 Heavy, which in hindsight was a huge mistake, because you can see the FV is not here. And now it came apparent. He was camping behind here. We are, like, you know, we got the third gun mark, but at this point of view I was devastated. I was honestly sad and devastated, because I was 600 damage, I think it was. I was 600 damage short of getting the third gun mark. Because this game went into being basically 10,900 combined damage. And again, we needed 11.5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we were short in the damage, so that hurt. And my only move, or my only hope, was blind spot damage. This legit was the only move I was able to do or to get. Blind spot damage means this was a mechanic which used to be in game earlier, like several patches ago. But for example, you could shoot with an artillery into one bush, and your second artillery shoots again in the bush, and the first one will get either detract damage or stun damage, depending if the enemy did not repair things. And you would know, there was an enemy. Very darn helpful in Clan Wars, obviously. They removed that, meaning that even 3 seconds after enemies got spotted, I think it's even more. I heard some numbers floating around with 10 seconds. And yeah, this is like what I heard, to be honest. And yes, it's a little bit saddening. It hurts a little bit because you don't know it anymore. You don't know if you got spot damage or not. So it's sometimes a huge gamble. And I bet my money on that gamble right there, right here. And it was. It's the gun mark. We did an astounding 1,200, or I think even 2,000 additional spot damage. That was ridiculous. Like, I was out of my mind. I can quickly redo the calculations because I don't have it anymore. We had what was it? We have 10,916 combined damage in game, 2393, and we did 8,500 spot damage. And we did an additional, I can't show it, sorry guys. We did an additional 1,500 blind spot damage purely through Mark. And this is a first class. What is this? Throughout all the games I've played, I think I got 1 ace wanker or 2 max. That's not a lot. Anyway, 1,214 base experience. 2,400 if we rounded up damage dealt ourselves, and a 10,081 spot damage from our team. The FVs did, I don't even know who did so much damage. Gorilla 15 gave me, I think Gorilla 15 and FVs gave me most of the spot damage. On the Jack Beast, I think. But other than that, I don't know exactly where the spot damage came from, because Sokol, he was driving aggressive. He was up front. And I think that the 90D guy, Konstantin, he gave me a lot of spot damage. 9 shots, 7 hits, 7 pen hits, yeah booyah, and the game only took 6 minutes. This is it. Now, for a final conclusion, let's head back into the garage. So, here we are. Here is the beauty after the escape misclick. It's my third tier 10 tank with a gun mark, with 3 gun marks. I'm fucking bad. I'm nothing in the shadow of skill for LTU, to be honest. I rewatched some of his videos to look at what exactly he used and what what directives he used. He used, for example, the vent purge one, while I used to have the natural cover. Plus, I also decided to finally give it the innovative loading system. So it's a fully and properly equipped tank with the best thing you can have, basically. And we can get 460 meters of view range. 465 if we take the vent purge skill, and 470 if we use the directive for better view range. Our crew right now is on this, 6th skill, working its way up, which is fire prevention on most cases, except for this guy over here, which I am learning Call of Vengeance. I got asked in the Facebook group as well as on Reddit, what is this skill and why should I take it? Well, maybe that's the problem. Basically, Fury signal boosting is an absolutely useless skill, because this crew is either in a tier 8 or a tier 10 tank. So, yeah. Enough said, I guess, because the signal range is 750 meters. Oh, and actually has the same module as the tier 8 premium tank. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, that's more than enough. So I decided to go for the Call of Vengeance skill, which would be getting working at 100%, which in theory gives me 2 more seconds of transmitting the enemy positions. And this is interesting. I also decided for my gunner to go for this skill designated target, which allows me to targeted enemies. It's roughly the ones which are in your field of view. They stay up for 2 seconds, 2 more seconds. So in theory, if I would also get this skill right here, the Call of Vengeance skill, up to the task, I would have an additional 4 seconds of spotting for the enemies, and 4 seconds can make or break a one-shot, a pen hit for RD, etc, etc. But you can see we got everything maxed out, basically. The only few skills which might be important are safe storage, Adrenaline Rush, and Intuition. Maybe even Check of all trades, but again, I play this tank with premium consumables, and with the 90-second cooldown, it's not really worth it anymore. Here, Dead Eye might be the last skill, which is good, because again, Armory, you use your gun, yeah. And for the driver, Controlled Impact might be a good skill, but the problem is clutch braking is useless. It doesn't help at all, nothing. So don't take the skill, really bad. Third, Preventive Maintenance. I got hit several times, but I don't think it was the engine too often. But it might also work, obviously. Controlled Impact, I think, is the best skill you can get, because sometimes you get rammed so often by enemies, or just a tiny touch, and losing less HP right there is important. The only problem is it doesn't count with allies, and allies tend to do a lot of team damage to you too. So like, I had games where I lost 200 HP through pure allies, because I drove bad, or they drove into my way and I didn't notice it for some reason, because I was looking somewhere else. So yeah, that's about the crew and about the tank itself. I now at the moment use the natural cover directive, because first of all, you have like infinite, I have like way too much from them through frontline, because you get them like put into your butthole for days. 151 games I can still play with those. And it gives me 47.26% camouflage value. Now, if I open my Excel sheet, which, yes, I am this crazy and I noted down how much view range is needed to spot me, it gave me an advantage of, I think, around 10 meters it was at the end. Spotted camo 1 is the camo of without the directive, spotted camo 2 is with directive, and it gave me across the board 8 to 10 meters from the lowest to the max. So when somebody has 545 meters of view range, he spots you 10 meters later, which is decent. But on the open field without bushes, obviously. So yeah. Now, I needed 557 games with this tank to finally free market, which with 66% win rate is amazing, but sadly I went down a little bit in the win rate. I used to be at 70, but I went down a little bit, but still I think 66 is a freaking good number. And when you think about it, 61 is my average over all tanks. 2000 damage caused, you can see, is not actually that good. Spotting damage is 2.4. So in total, at the moment, we would have a combined damage of 4,400, which is bad, because we would need 5,100. So right now you can see that at the moment, in my last 100 games, I had an average damage, or had to have an average combined damage of 5,100. A great improvement over the 4,400 which I have across the board on this tank. So yeah, that's it. Like, there's nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt with me a little bit. And I'll talk to you all in another video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe when you want to see or want to learn how to use EBRs, how to play against them, and obviously tricks and tips on gun marking maybe, and on scouting, because I love scout tanks. They are, in my opinion, the most fun and most challenging tank class to play, especially on maps like Himmelsdorf, or Paris. I'm looking forward to tomorrow when the patch hits EU. But anyway, those tanks, they are hard to play, but they do make me smile. It's fun to play, because you need to know everything about spotting, you need to know when you can even shoot maybe, and most of them have potent guns. Well, the Sheridan has 600 more damage per minute, which is decent. Also, one more thing, Tomps, thanks for your comment. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to see from you that that you wrote to me and were like, hey dude, I love your videos. Those comments are always really nice, and I really do appreciate it. And if I don't always write back, I'm sorry. I always appreciate it. Have feedback, let me know. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a great day. Have a great patch day tomorrow. And I'll see you in a new orders, I guess, because I'm going to grind them tomorrow. Well, from 18 o'clock. Central European summertime on, because I have university. Hooray! Bye guys.